Hello friends, in this video we'll talk about the intercostal muscles, the arteries and the veins and nerve. Okay, let's see the muscles first. So we have external, internal and innermost intercostal, the transversus thoracis, subcostalis. Okay, transversus thoracis is also called as sternocostalis, subcostalis and the levator costarum. So external, internal and innermost intercostal coming from the lower border of the rib and to the upper border of another rib. Okay. Coming to transversus thoracis or the sternocostalis from the lower body of the sternum and the xiphoid process. Okay. 1 minute. So here we can see, yes. So this is the 1/3 of the xiphisternal joint and here it is inserted into the costal cartilage like this. That is the second and the sixth rib. Okay, right. So subcostalis at the angle of the rib and below the second or third ribs. Levator costarum is coming from T7 to T11 and insertion in between the tubercle and the angle. Now all are supplied by intercostal nerve except levator costarum, that is C8 T11, and all elevate the ribs except internal intercostal and transversus thoracis. In internal intercostal, the costal part will depress the ribs. Otherwise, rest are elevating the ribs only. Next, intercostal nerve. This is an intercostal nerve, a typical intercostal nerve. Right, see here. Okay, so here we have the anterior and posterior intercostal nerve and here is external, yeah, this is external and this is internal intercostal muscle. Here we are seeing the subcostalis and the intercostalis intimi. This is the intercostal membrane posterior and the anterior intercostal membrane. This is the sternocostalis on the sternum with the internal thoracic vessels. Okay, and here as I already told, anterior and posterior intercostal nerve. Here these are the cutaneous branches, anterior, lateral. Okay, this is a typical intercostal nerve. Now artery, if we see with the typical intercostal artery, here we have the subclavian artery. This is the common carotid. Okay, we have the costocervical trunk and then the superior intercostal arteries. These are, so total 11 sets are there. So 1 and 2 come from here, then straight away 3 to 11. Yes, 3 to 11 straight away. Okay, and then here we have the subcostal artery, diaphragm and celiac trunk below. These are all the parts. And see here, these are the course and relations of the intercostal artery. Right, see. So this is basically the thoracic duct. Here is the thoracic duct. This is azygos and hemiazygos vein, sympathetic chain, thoracic aorta giving anterior posterior intercostal artery, anastomose with the body anterior through the internal thoracic artery. This is the collateral branch here, the collateral branch and the lateral cutaneous branch, and here we can see the dorsal branches. This is the course of internal thoracic artery. So it is a branch of the subclavian artery. You can see that it's descending downwards, and here at the 6th intercostal space it is dividing into superior epigastric and the musculophrenic artery. And applied, just remember, it is used in treatment of atherosclerosis, and great saphenous vein is taken for grafting. Okay, so the myocardium is revascularized by mobilizing internal thoracic artery and joined with the coronary artery. Okay, so this is all important only. And last we have the intercostal vein. So here we have the superior and the inferior vena cava This is the brachiocephalic. Here the superior intercostal vein. Okay, so 1 is coming from here, 2 to 4, 5 to 11. Here also 2 to 4, 5 to 8, 9 to 11. 5 to 8 is through the accessory hemiazygos. The last 3 is through the hemiazygos vein. This is the subcostal vein, we can see. These are the lumbar veins, the IVC with the renal vein. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the video. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.